Hello everybody, my name is Ilya.
And I'm Tyler. Together, we make up Kovray. Welcome to another episode of Check It Out, where we introduce various board games to you.
In this week's Check It Out, we take a look at ShipShape.
Yo ho, me matey, check it out!
ShipShape is designed by Rob Devielle and published by Calliope Games. It is a 2 to 6 player game where you are a pirate auctioning and bidding for the best hold by stacking tiles. Will you be the pirate with the most bounty, or will you lose out on all the gold? Let's give you a quick overview of how to play.
The goal of ShipShape is to have the most points or gold at the end of the third round. Each player will start a round with a unique hold. You'll also get a deck ranging from cards 1 to 10. These cards will be used for bidding. Each turn you will bid against your opponents to win the crates in the middle. The highest bid gets the top crate, and so on and so forth. After each person has placed their bets, the crates are handed out, and you get to choose how you want to stack the crates on your hold. The round continues until all crates in the center have been removed. That essentially means that every character or player should have 3 crates stacked on top of their hold.
Now here's the fun part.
Scoring! There are 3 ways to score points in this game: gold, cannons, and contraband. With gold, you'll get points or coins equal to the number of gold that is visible in your hold. With cannons, the person with the lowest amount of cannons gets 0, and then the players above them get what they have visible minus the total that the lowest player had. The last and final way to score points is contraband. Contraband is scored for everyone except for the person with the highest amount of contraband visible.
So be careful and don't collect too much contraband. So that's round 1. The game will repeat twice more with you getting new various holds based on how well you're doing. So there's some catch-up mechanics in this game as well. At the end of the last round, you'll take a look at who has the most coins, and that person is crowned the victor of ShipShape. Will you collect all the treasure, or will you sink to the bottom of the ocean?
So, what do you think?
I really enjoyed this game. I love pirates, so that's a plus, but overall, it's such an easy and smooth experience, and it really keeps you coming back for more. Every time we play this game, I'm always like, one more round, one more round.
I think it's really neat. I like the bidding mechanic, obviously, but it's super cool because the way you set up those crates, you actually have to like look down through the middle of them to kind of think about which ones you want, and that really adds a different aspect to the bidding. Because if I want a high one, or if I want the second one that's on the second to the top, I don't want to necessarily play a high card, but I want to play a higher card than one player and a lower card than another player, so it's pretty interesting.
We've only played this game at 2 players, and there's a really good 2-player variant here, because essentially what it does is it adds a AI character that just plays a random card and takes a random one.
Yeah. Which
is always so stressful because it kind of ruins you can't really plan, you don't really know what's going to happen.
No.
But I feel like this game would be really fun to play at higher player counts, exactly for what Tyler said, of just planning and trying and hoping for the best to get the tile that you want.
Yeah, exactly. I also really like the catch-up mechanic.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's super handy because I feel like at a certain point you're just like, oh, I didn't get the crate that I wanted, and then next round you're given this like more simple hold that balances out the game somehow. I don't really understand how, but it manages to do it.
So why should you check it out?
Why should you check it out? Well, it's a cool little strategy game in my opinion, so if you're interested in that, then I would definitely check it out. It's quick, it's easy to learn. I don't really have any complaints about this game.
I really like the spatial tile placement types games, and you really have to think ahead and try to cover most of the pieces to get the most points. You also get bonus points if you cover the whole thing, so that's another additional challenge for you to take a look at. If you like pirates, this is another great game for you because you're really just trying to build up that hold full of treasure.
Yeah, really immersive theme in this one.
And I really like it too because it really is a game that you can teach to anybody and play it within about 15 minutes and they'll want to keep playing.
Hook, line, and sinker. So why shouldn't you check it out?
So there is a bit of randomness in this game. you'll see some tiles are significantly more beneficial than others, and there's not really, because you randomize all the tiles, there's not really like round 3 tiles and round 1 tiles. So sometimes you'll have a tile with 8 or 9 gold right off the bat, which sets you apart pretty heavily.
Yeah, but it could also get covered.
True.
So there is some randomness and some luck to it. So if you're not really invested in those kinds of mechanics, well, I wouldn't call them mechanics, but that aspect of the game.
If you're not a spatial thinker, this
True.
is also not a game for you.
Yes.
There is a lot of rotating, trying to find the best way to flip the pieces. This could be a great way for you to learn, but if it's not your jam, maybe not the game for you.
So overall, great game. I think this was one of the games that kind of surprised us. We really enjoy it. I'm a big fan of how fast it takes. I like the theme. It's very fun.
It's a game I consistently want to pull out to the table.
Yes.
And that's something to be celebrated.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's it for us.
Feel free to subscribe down below, give us that big thumbs up, and there's also a little bell icon that you can check out as well. Really do recommend this game, check it out, and do let us know in the comments below what your pirate name would be. I would be Samuel Yar Jackson. What would yours be? I just came up with that.
I can't compete with that, so... Well, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Check It Out. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. This is us checking out.
Bye.
Bye. Arr.